People ask me all the time why I don't respect women. As a group. Why don't you respect women, Tom? You don't respect women. That's why I hate your show, because you don't respect women. Now, of course, anybody who's heard our Chicks on Politics segment, that would be one clue as to why I cannot respect an entire gender automatically. But here's another example right here. Tell me this isn't typical. Now, remember, I did not use the words all or every, just typical. It's typical. This is Dateline Riverhead, New York. Riverhead, New York is on the North Fork of Long Island. A woman whose boyfriend is accused of trying to have her killed is testifying on his behalf and says she visits him despite a judge's order, barring him from seeing her. And why does she do it? Sherry Nohar was giving her reasons for defending Kabir Dean, D-I-N. Isn't he on the no-fly list? I would think so. Yes, he's a former Baltimore police officer. A New York Police Department recruit. He was arrested last summer. Prosecutors say he met with an undercover police officer who he thought was a hitman. And he discussed killing Sherry Nohar for $3,000. And why is she speaking up in his defense? I can hear Dean saying it in the next room. Dean knows the quote, and I haven't even said it yet. The quote right from the story. Because I love him. I can hear Dean saying it down the hall. Because I love him. I love him. They can't keep us apart. I love him. What a maroon. Says here, Nohar testified that she has attended Dean's trial on Long Island, quote, to make sure he knows that I'm here for him, and of course, that I love him. So let's review. Let's review here. The boyfriend is a cop, and he meets with a guy he thought was a hitman. It says, here's $3,000, go kill my girlfriend. Turns out the hitman is not a hitman at all. He's an undercover cop. So now he's on trial for trying to have his girlfriend killed. And who's testifying on his behalf? Who's the star witness? The girlfriend he tried to have killed. Oh, yes, all this talk about domestic violence, violence against women. What's more violent than trying to have your girlfriend killed? And I always say on this program, you know, we're treating the domestic violence problem all wrong in this country because we always say the man is the one who has the problem. But what do you say about a woman whose boyfriend tried to hire a hitman to kill her? And so he goes on trial and she testifies in his behalf. Who's sick here? I mean, they both need help. Says Dean, 22, is charged with conspiracy to murder and could be sentenced to as many as 25 years in prison if convicted. He wanted his girlfriend killed because she didn't want to marry him. And he feared she would, quote, report something that would be damaging to him, to the NYPD. This according to prosecutor Jeremy Salepi. I think he's a member of Dean's tribe. Anyway, Dean was ordered to stay away from Nohar after he was arrested. But Nohar testified that she continues to visit and speak with him while he is free on bail. And here's what she says. She's 24 years old. Here's what Sherry Nohar says about the boyfriend who tried to have her killed. She says, we're still boyfriend and girlfriend. Why don't I respect women? Well, here's Exhibit A right here. She was asked about the protective order. Nohar said, it says he can't see me, but it doesn't say I can't see him. By the way, while she's in court, among the things she's getting to hear there is her boyfriend secretly recorded discussing Nohar's killing with undercover officers. They got it on tape. So you hear the tape of him talking to the NYPD officer pretending to be a hitman. Then with Suffolk County Police, tape of him talking to them, trying to get her killed. By the way, this is the best. I'm not saying this guy is all there or the most brilliant person on the planet. Dean was arrested on July 31st, 2006, after giving an undercover Suffolk County police officer a photograph of his girlfriend and $200 in cash and his credit card as a down payment on the hit, according to prosecutors. That's brilliant. Here's my credit card, so you know I'm good for it. Are you kidding me? You're kidding me, right? This is total insanity. This is total insanity. But what's more insane is they know all this. They've got all this evidence. It's all in the courtroom. And there is the stupid-ass girlfriend. And there she is, there to show her support, because he's still her boyfriend. Is there anybody out there, now listen carefully, is there anybody out there who sees her point of view? Anybody? Is there anybody out there who thinks this makes sense? Because I happen to think you're a sick MF. I think you're just out of control. If the person who tried to kill you, you'd be testifying on their behalf. He's a wonderful person. Just because he tried to have me killed, he shouldn't be prosecuted. This is just not fair. Is there anybody out there, one single solitary person who could see her point of view?
Can I have the credit card?
Can I have the credit card? Is there one individual out there who sees love as being above all else? Even if your boyfriend tries to have you killed, you need to show your support in his time of need. Is there anybody out there who gets this? Is there anybody out there who can understand now why I just can't give blanket respect to an entire gender? Yes, the Tom Leykis Show. 1-800-5800-TOM. That is our telephone number. Let's say hello here to Kathy on the Tom Leykis Show.
My name's Kathy.
I know, I just said that.
You said Kathy. My name's Kathy.
Yes, I said that.
Okay.
I'm sorry for calling you. Let me just apologize. I'm sorry for calling you Kathy, because your name is actually Kathy, right?
No, Cassie. C-A-S-S-Y.
Oh, Cassie.
Yes.
You need a new cell phone, darling.
I'm sorry.
By the way, I read what the Dago put on the screen, so what can I do?
Oh, it's okay. I'll forgive you.
He thought you said Kathy, too.
Oh, it's a common mistake.
I'll bet. I'm a common kind of guy.
Woohoo! All right, well, anyways, I was calling to comment on the retarded girl you were talking about. She's an idiot. I'm sorry, but if any guy had planned to kill me, I would have him put in jail and never talk to his ass again.
I'd be testifying against him.
Yeah.
In fact, if I were Kathy, I'd be telling what secrets I know about this guy that he was afraid the NYPD was going to find out. I'd be saying it on the witness stand.
Yeah, I can see why girls like that deserve no respect, because I've always had guy friends, and they only respect women that deserve respect. And girls like that, they don't deserve it at all because they're retarded.
I agree with you. And this is the thing. People call up and ask why I don't respect women as a whole. Well, maybe that's the only way I respect them. What?
It's just that they're going to have so little respect for themselves and show what kind of an idiot they are, and they're going to let something like whatever they call love. I'm sorry, but if someone's trying to kill you, they don't love you.
I agree with you. And he's not your boyfriend anymore. You know what? That's over.
Yeah. So, anyhow.
All right, Cassie, say hi to Kathy for me.
Hi, Kathy.
All right, very good. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. This is Christy, or is it Kirsty, on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom.
Hi.
First-time caller.
Great.
I got to know, do they have a photo of this girl?
I haven't seen a photo of her, but I'm sure there is one somewhere.
I haven't seen it in the paper or on the news yet, but I can guarantee you from what you talk about, she's either fat, ugly, or not working, and he's paying the bills.
You're saying she's a 3F girl, a fat and fugly 5?
Yep. I got to know. Can't someone look it up?
Gary's working on that right now.
Great, because I'm driving on a road trip right now, and I don't have anything else to do.
Yes. Okay, well, you'll be on the road. You won't be able to see it. You'll have to take my word on this.
I got to know. She's got it. What an idiot. Have you found anyone who can disagree?
I haven't found anybody yet. Is there anybody who thinks that this is a good idea to show her love by testifying on behalf of her boyfriend?
I'm blown away.
She was almost blown away.
Wow. It just keeps proving it over and over. I got a business of my own and all-female staff. And
by the way, now think about this. Imagine if her testimony gets him off.
Oh.
Then what happens?
Then females just should crawl in a corner and die.
Do you think the guy's going to say, oh, honey, that was so great of you. Thank you so much. Or do you think he'll finally have her killed?
Oh, God. Oof. It's giving us a bad name, Tom.
I can't make this stuff up. It's from the Associated Press, dear.
Thanks, Tom. Blow me up.
I'll blow you up. Here you go. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. This is Rick on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Hey, what's going on, Tom?
It's a little radio show here.
That's good. Hey, yeah, I just had a story go on this weekend. My girlfriend actually hit me with her car, and I ended up in the hospital for a night, and then now my whole family is like trying not to have me press charges on her.
Why wouldn't you want to do that?
No, I want to, but they're saying not to because they said it's going to come back on me.
How so?
Because she's 19, and she was drinking with me that night, but like, the way I see it, she was only drinking, like, 1 cup, and then we got in an argument, came outside, and I was trying to keep her from going home because she'd been drinking, but she wouldn't listen to anything I was saying, and then came up on the road, and I was trying to stop her from leaving, and when I did that, she ran over my foot, and I was going to call the police, and I was trying to keep her on, from leaving so the police could get there. And what she did was, I kind of was on the street. She backed up her car and then was yelling at, she was yelling at me to leave her alone and all that stuff. And I was like, oh, I'm calling the police. As she backed up her car, I kind of cleared the gap between us. And then she just hit the gas. I flew up onto her hood. And then she just slammed on the brake about.
Did you give her the booze?
Huh?
Did you give her the booze?
I handed her the drink because she wanted to drink with me, and I made the drink for her, and I was like, here you go.
Do you have an attorney?
No.
Does your family have an attorney?
I don't think so.
I recommend you get one.
Okay.
Because they might be right.
Really?
But I certainly would love to see her prosecuted, but you better have an attorney when you do it.
She did go to jail, though. They did arrest her for the weekend.
Yeah, well, they arrest lots of people who don't ultimately get convicted of what they're arrested for.
Yeah.
I've been to jail. I've never been convicted of anything.
Yeah, okay.
So you need to have an attorney.
Okay.
And I know you'll try to cheap out on this, or your family will, but you shouldn't.
Okay. Because I was just wondering about that, because it's just I couldn't, the worst part about it is, she didn't even, text or anything to say, just to see if I was all right, which is the part that drives me nuts the most.
Who cares? This is all irrelevant.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Who cares?
Okay.
She ran over your foot. Get an attorney.
Well, she threw me off the hood. And
get an attorney.
I got knocked out. And
so get an attorney.
Just get an attorney?
Yes.
Would I be able to sue her?
That's a good question for the attorney when you hire him.
Okay.
Which you should do.
So get an attorney then?
Yes.
All right, then. Well... Ask
your family for help. I'm sure your parents have used an attorney at some time or another.
Uh-huh.
Talk to them.
So just talk about getting an attorney and then seeing where I can go from there then.
Right. I mean, you want to file these criminal charges. You want her convicted.
Okay.
And now, I don't know if you could ever sue her, because if you did give her the booze, again, that's a question for an attorney.
Yeah.
It's illegal for her to be drinking. It's illegal, I think, for you to be giving her the booze.
Yeah.
So you need to talk to an attorney about that.
Then, okay. And it wouldn't matter that she wasn't drinking that much, because I only made her one drink. But that'd be irrelevant, I guess, because I gave it to her anyway.
Again, I'm not an attorney.
Yeah.
But I talk to people like you all the time, and you all try to take the easy way out or the cheap way out, and you don't want to hire an attorney. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah, so I should just hire an attorney then.
Yes. First have a consultation with an attorney and tell them what happened.
Okay.
You have two concerns here. You want to have her convicted, and then you want the ability to sue her or her insurance company.
Yeah, for the hospital bill. Because it's like $15,000 worth of hospital bills.
Again, hire an attorney.
Okay.
Don't cheap out.
All right. Well, then, after I hire an attorney and everything goes through, maybe I'll give you a call back then.
Let me know what happens.
All right. Could you let me out with a bong hit?
Of course I can.
Thank you, Tom.
Julie on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, Tom. How are you?
Great.
Fabulous. So I thought it was hilarious that you were talking about this today, because I talked to one of my girlfriends today about she was getting divorced from her husband because she caught her husband cheating on her. And turns out she went home this week to pack up all her stuff and, move on and get out. Yeah, she definitely is not moving on. She's definitely said that he decided to work on it, even though they're not going to counseling, and she's going to stay with him. So I just thought that was fabulous that you talked about this today.
And people ask, why don't I respect women?
Well, I understand why you wouldn't. Well, I don't respect
an individual.
men.
Well, my opinion is you shouldn't respect any entire gender as a group. Does that mean you respect you respect Osama bin Laden and Adolf Hitler? And I think to me, respect is earned.
Right.
But if you ever want evidence as to why I just won't give blanket approval to an entire gender, this is a good example.
They're both great examples, and I think any female woman that, goes back to a man that wants to kill her or somebody that cheated on her is just ridiculous. Right. And any woman that, I just understand girls that have to, be around the man all the time and, they're all about them, and that's what happens.
That is what happens, dear. Thank you for the call. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. This is Jared on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello. Jared?
Yes.
You busy over there?
This is Jared.
Did you want to talk to Tom?
Yes, I know this is Tom. I know that trick.
Well, if you knew it, why didn't you start talking?
I didn't hear you right away. It didn't come through my cell phone.
When you heard me speaking, why didn't you jump right in?
I apologize for that. It won't happen again, Dad.
Big waste of time, son.
I apologize, sir.
Thank you.
Now, I think I can throw in some level of support for this woman in Long Island. And
support?
Let me get this out first. I'm not defending her. I can come at this from an objective point of view.
I'm waiting.
Do you know what Stockholm Syndrome is?
No.
Okay, it's a psychological phenomenon where it's usually associated with a kidnapper and a victim. But basically, the kidnapped victim just kind of falls in love with their kidnapper, and they refuse to testify against a kidnapper in the prosecution phase of
I've never heard that term, but I have heard that situation or that scenario, yes.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that she is so far deep in love with this person that it doesn't matter what he does. I think it could have gotten to the point where somebody put a bullet through her, and she would probably forgive him.
So she's psychotic?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I'm not a doctor. I'm not going to say clinically, but yeah, I think she needs to sit down with somebody who does this sort of thing on a professional level.
Yeah, well, again, it's just proof positive. Because we see so many women who go back to their abusers or won't leave an abuser. It's another example of why you just can't say, oh, I respect all women. I respect all of them, because you can't.
Well, I agree with you. I mean, there are women in my life, including my wife, who earned my respect. And I'll respect the individual, but like yourself, I have never in my life respected groups of people.
And I think it's time for people to stop demanding that of other people. Joe on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hello, Tom.
Hello, Joe.
How you doing, man?
Do you care?
Of course I care.
Doing great.
Awesome. You know, there's something I always wanted to say to you, man. Long-time listener, first-time caller. you know, I got to say, man, if I was dating this girl and she was this stupid, I'd want to kill her, too. I mean, seriously, man, like, I actually read an article last week that was kind of similar to this. I sent it off to you. It was about a guy who comes home from work, finds this guy in his car with his wife standing at the door in a robe. She's like, he was raping me. He pulls out a gun and starts shooting at the guy, kills him, shoots him in the head and kills him, and then finds out later that it was actually her cheating on him.
She has got this guy right where she needs to have him. She's got dirt. She's got dirt. She's got dirt on him.
Do anything for a guy. I don't get it.
She's got dirt on him as a cop.
Yep.
He's afraid she's going to spill something about the NYPD and his relationship with them.
Yeah.
And they've got him on tape trying to hire a hitman. I mean,
Absolutely.
all she has to do is push the button, and this guy goes away for a very long time.
Oh, totally, man. This chick's got to be the 3S, except she'd be, what is it, fat, fugly, and a 4. if there is a picture, it's got to be a panoramic.
You might be right.
Absolutely, Tom. Hey, take me out with a bong rip and a thank you, Jesus.
All right, Joe, here you go.
Thank you, Jesus.
Amy on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, Tom.
Hi, Amy.
I love your show.
Thank you.
I just wanted to, I have a slight theory of why she could be doing this. You never know if he's possibly threatening her, saying that, you know, if you don't drop the charges, you know, I can get somebody in your family or hurt a child.
But she doesn't, wait. She doesn't have to visit him in prison.
Right, but see,
which leads me to believe there's more to it than just he was threatening her. I mean, she could just not testify.
And they have somebody hired to kill maybe her on the outside, or a parent, or a brother, or a sister, and she's probably just protecting them by saying that. I mean, it's just a possibility. Unfortunately, I was in an abusive relationship, and that's what happened to me.
You were murdered?
I was threatened.
You were threatened? Oh, you were threatened with murder?
No, just a really good... Well, no, I'm sorry. That if I told on this person, my ex, that he would blow up my sister's house.
So did you?
No, I stood with him, but luckily I'm out of it now. Because, I mean, it took a lot for me to get past that, because you are scared because you know what this person is capable of. And so I'm just...
And let me ask you this question, darling. Why did you date a guy like that?
Well, of course, it starts out good and happy. You know, you think
because I loved him.
Yeah, exactly. But, yeah, it sounds dorky when you say it like that. But
that's what it was. Admit it.
But, you know, it's like they hit you once, they say, oh, I'll never do it again, okay? When they hit you once, you know, hopefully there's women out there listening. They say they'll never do it again. Get out now, because they will do it again. And then when it gets to that point, and, you know, so I think that could be a possibility.
Could very well be. Amy, thank you for the call. We're talking about the woman whose boyfriend Allegedly. They've got him on tape. He allegedly tried to hire a hitman to have her killed. In reality, he was talking to an undercover cop. In fact, a couple of them. And so now he's on trial, and the girlfriend is standing by, the boyfriend who tried to have her killed. What do you think about that?
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM.
Pipe down. I'm talking to Tom now.
The Tom Leykis Show.
From Hollywood, it's the Tom Leykis Show. Now, 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. This just in, a New York Police Department recruit has been convicted. This happened today. He's been convicted of conspiring to hire someone to murder his girlfriend who stood by him throughout the trial and defied a protective order to see him. Kabir Dean, 22, hung his head as he heard the verdict in Suffolk County Court. His sister sobbed as he was led from the courtroom in handcuffs. Dean faces 8 1/3 to 25 years in prison. That means he'll probably be out in 6 months. He was arrested last summer after meeting with a New York undercover officer he thought was a hitman to discuss killing Sherry Nohar for $3,000. Dean made a written confession to plotting to have the 24-year-old woman killed, and he was recorded discussing the scheme. Prosecutors said, well, how much more evidence do you need? Jesus. These are not the two brightest bulbs on the tree. They seem like a pretty even match. It says here, during the trial, Nohar adamantly defended the man she continued to call her boyfriend, testifying in his defense and saying she was working to have him vindicated. Despite a court-imposed order of protection, she continued to see him, she testified. But today, as the verdict was read, Nohar was nowhere to be seen. Days earlier, as prosecutors played audio and video recordings of Dean talking about the plot to kill her, she had giggled. Yeah, it's funny. Oh, he tries to have me killed all the time. Suffolk County Assistant District Attorney Jeremy Shalepi said it was a straightforward case. He said in the end, the jury listened and applied the test of common sense. Shalepi says Dean, a former Baltimore police officer, wanted Nohar killed because she didn't want to marry him. And he feared she'd report to the NYPD something that would be damaging to him. On cross-examination, Nohar conceded that the couple had been fighting primarily over the fact that he was not permitted to accompany her to a family wedding. In the days before Dean's arrest on July 31st, she also admitted saying Dean was possessive and wanted to spend all his time with her. I can't have you, no one can have you. He is of Pakistani descent. And he said he blames nobody but himself for, quote, ruining his life. Unbelievable. There's your story. T on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hello, Tom.
Hello, T.
How are you?
Do you care?
I do.
Doing great.
Great. First, let me say, you have an awesome show. I'm a pretty new listener, and I can't say that you said anything wrong thus far.
Sounds good to me.
Oh, I'm sure it does. But I was calling because I heard this ridiculous stuff about this lady who is standing by her man. She's so gracious. I say let her die. That's what she wants.
That's right.
Let her die. Let him beat up on her. Don't give him any jail time. Let him get out, go back to whipping her tail, and then she gets what she wants.
Well, he'll be out in, the minimum sentence is, what, 8 1/3 years? That'll put him out in, what, a year, 2 years?
Well, see, no. We don't even need to wait that long. She's showing the judicial system how she really feels about him being in jail. Let him out. Let him out to continue to beat her butt. It's that simple.
There you go. Let him out. Let him out. That's right.
Let him out. So, anyhow, sweetie, I'm going to get going. I just wanted to call you and tell you that you're wonderful. The show is wonderful. You have a new fan.
Well, thank you for that, T. I appreciate it.
You're very welcome. Have a good one, sweetie.
You too. Talk to you soon. Delana on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello. Just kicking back. Using up valuable airtime. Way too busy to be bothered. Yep. All right, darling. Pencils down. Now we need your answer to this question. Dumb Dora was so dumb. Hello? All right, that's enough. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. This is John on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom. Before I get to my point, I'm going to take a shot at trying to defend this girl.
Take a shot.
Maybe she was suicidal and he was just really thoughtful. No?
He's trying to help out.
Yeah. And she was like, oh, that was so sweet of you. I've been trying to kill myself for years. Or maybe it's stop me before I reproduce.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I was in a band one time and this guy who was the bass player, him and his girlfriend got into this argument about spinach dip. He ended up beating her to the point of breaking her right arm. So he goes to jail for I think 45 days. And guess who comes to pick him up?
Tell me.
She goes to pick him up with a 12-pack of beer.
Oh, God.
Like, hey, honey, welcome back from jail. Here's some beer for you. And, it's just like the mentality of these chicks is just absurd. And I would imagine this chick is already planning on her conjugal visits.
I'll bet she is.
Yeah. While we're talking about hitmen, will you take me out with 2 shots from a silencer?
2 shots from a silencer? Let me see if we've got that. Pretty good. 1-800-5800-TOM. It's Chad on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Just wondering about abuse. I had to tune out a little bit ago, but I've been waiting on hold listening to you. Was she abused? Do we have any record of her being abused?
No. We see they were arguing. That's all. But I did not see the trial. There could be more than what was in the story, but that's all we know.
Yeah, because it sounds like, she says that he was possessive, they were arguing, and he doesn't want her releasing any new information. I'm guessing she was abused, and she's just so scared that she's going to testify for him. That's the only reason I could possibly imagine her being just ridiculous like this.
Yeah. Well, again, doesn't do anything for the possibility that I will ever respect women as a gender. It doesn't.
Yeah. No, definitely not.
Why do you get with a guy who's abusive? And the reason is because you're sick.
Yep.
He's sick, you're sick. Bottom line. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Deja on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello. 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 Goodbye. Anthony on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom.
Anthony.
How's it going, man?
Great.
Excellent. Hey, I just wanted to call in and let you know, I don't know if I'm the only one out here, but I think this woman, I think we'd be all better off if she died.
I'll certainly save us some time in court in the future because we know who she'll hook up with in the future.
I mean, yeah, definitely, but here.
If not this guy, another guy like him.
Not only does the average intelligence of every human being on Earth go up, but it would also make a great episode of that new show on Court TV.
Which one is that?
The show where they talk about, couples who have killed each other. It's like this whole new thing.
Also known as people who love way too much.
Yeah, I think it's called Till Death Do Us Part, Tom.
Till Death Do Us Part.
It's great. And you know what? If this woman's death could contribute to my entertainment on a Thursday night or whatever, I'm all that much more happier.
I'll bet you are. Daniela on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, how are you, Tom?
Great.
I think that it's horrible, the people that are saying that she should be killed by him.
Well, they're just fed up with the whole idea of having to go to court, having to protect her and all that, because she's going to do it again.
So now she's the one to blame?
Well,
the fact of the matter is...
The bottom line is the two of them are sick. Both of them, not just him.
Mm-hmm. And you don't think that what he has done is wrong and perhaps she's standing by him because she's terrified? Because you said yourself, Tom, he's probably going to be out in 6 months. And so all of a sudden he's going to forget about her.
She was giggling in court. Did you hear that? She was giggling while they played tapes of him there trying to have her killed.
Some people get very nervous and they laugh when they're nervous.
Right. You know, you're just going to keep defending her no matter what.
What I'm saying is that the most dangerous time for a woman is after she's left. That's when the majority of women have been killed. I can tell you.
She held all the cards. She had the evidence that he tried to have her killed. She had evidence of some kind of wrongdoing with the NYPD and this guy. She could pull the trigger on this guy at any time. Thank God the jury did it anyway, because she was not doing what she should have done.
Because she knows he's going to come out, and someone who's obsessed with someone and wants to have them...
This is why this problem never goes away.
What they want.
This is why this problem never goes away. It's because broads like you are constantly making excuses for the sick among us.
You know what? There are so many different reasons why a woman in an abuse situation stays. So many. And it's not just the whole I love him. There's so many. The fact of the matter is over 50% of women and children in this country that are homeless are homeless.
Why do women like this fall in love with abusive guys and move in with them and everything? Why? Because they're sick.
Do you think that
because they are sick. Because they're sick.
Not everyone starts off as an a-hole. If you start going out with someone and they're horrible to you, you're not going to continue going out with them.
There are signs of this kind.
It takes time.
There are signs of this behavior every time when you meet a guy. You can tell by the way they treat you. You can tell. Now, if you grew up in a home with abuse, it might be harder for you to see the signs, but the signs are there. And when somebody is abusive, it's time to go. And if you stay there and you support the guy and defend the guy, you get what you deserve, but you're going to get something. Anna, hello.
Yeah. I'm a little disturbed about you.
You sound a little disturbed.
Yeah. Yeah. What is this thing about women in general as judging us all?
What about that?
Well, that is just
I've been asked why I don't respect women.
You don't?
Why should I respect an entire gender?
Well, do you have anything to do with them, Tom?
What?
Do you have anything to do with them?
Yes, I use them as sperm depositories.
Oh, really?
Yes, in case I get a little Brodsky action or something. Absolutely. Women have plenty of uses.
But I don't understand your,
Well, you don't understand because it's been many years since a man used you for sex.
Listen, I'm just asking you.
I just answered you. I don't know what more I can say there, sweetheart. Thanks a lot for the call.
The Tom Leykis Show.